Alright guys, so welcome to day 12 of a totally clueless Christmas. That's not even a running joke. I am literally, legitimately forgetting the name of this series every single video. So we're on to day 12 of our very too old Christmas. There we go. Backdrop still not festive. Not wearing the Christmas jumper today. But it doesn't matter because we've got beer to review. And yeah, so without any further ado, let's see what beer we're reviewing today. Because, terrible introduction to the video, we're going back to the start and actually reviewing the first beer as part of the Advent calendar. And this is of course door number 1. So without any further ado, let's see what's behind door number 1. So today's beer is one that I actually forgot to chill down, and I don't think I needed to because it's a Tripel style ale brewed with cardamom, coriander and orange peel, and it's called Fuck Art, Winter is Coming. So a bit of blurb on this one. The breaker of yeast strains, Khaleesi of the hop, sea, mother of barley, and the protector of the beer realm with cardamom, coriander and orange peel. Not sure if that's a reference to anything. I'm not exactly the most well-read individual. Yeah, so 8% ABV, a Tripel style beer, Kasper Ledet artwork on point as per usual, and a nice silver crown. So let's stop delaying and get this beer open and see what we get. So far, December has been a very boozy Christmas. Probably a little bit overly boozy, not going to lie. The new year shall definitely be, it's a strong smelling beer, the new year shall definitely be hopefully a year of change, because I have put a ridiculous amount of weight on. Not that I was in shape anyway, I've not been since I was about 10 years old. Believe it or not, I was like a stick insect. I was unintentionally anorexic. Never diagnosed, because it was never at that point, but you know, you could only get me to eat if you paid me £1. Now I'd happily eat for free. I was ridiculously skinny as a child, and now I'm just an overweight oaf. Anyway, so got my glass. Let's give this beer a pour and see what we get. So we went from a saison to a triple or Tripel, not sure how it's properly pronounced. And not gonna lie, very limited experience with this style. Never been a sort of style I've really wanted to try, to be honest. Even though as I drink more and more beer, I become a lot more open, and that's life in general, really. So yeah, not really too sure what to expect, but I'm looking forward to seeing what the adjuncts add to this beer. So Tripel style beer, slightly hazy as one would expect. Lovely sort of goldeny brown colour. Yeah, it's got this sort of very sort of like palish brown hues. It's got that sort of like orangey amber look to it as well. Beer poured for about 1 finger's worth of a slightly off-white head. Looking like an interesting beer so far, so let's give it a sniff. Loads of candied sugar sweetness on this one. Very subtle, yeasty funk character, but not too overly in your face. There's that sort of like slight lift of a citrus character coming through. But yeah, it's all about this like dense, sticky, sweet, almost toffee-like flavour. And I think I'm starting to get like, there's something wrong with a tooth here, because it's not hurting, but you can feel it. Do you know what I mean? And I'm just hoping that it goes away, because I can't be fucked going to a dentist, because I fucking hate dentists. But yeah, it starts to really annoy me. And I'm paranoid that I can taste it. And I know it's all in my head, but it's yeah, it's très annoying. So anyway, why I've told you that, I have no friggin' idea. But on the nose, very Belgian, as you would expect. Got those classic tones in there. But it's lifted by sweetness. It's almost sickly sweet on the nose, but we shall see what it tastes like. Cheers. Right off the bat, not a fan at all. Yeah, it's got this strange combination of musk, funk, and sweetness. And I'm just not a fan of that beer at all. You get almost like a boozy aftertaste as well. See, this is why I'm not a fan of beers like this. Because there's just no satisfying flavours to them. And you know what? I've got so much respect for Belgian brewing history and techniques. Because some of the most highly regarded and world-class beers come from countries like Belgium. But this to me is just... I get no enjoyment from it, do you know what I mean? I don't mean this in a bad way. And I'm not saying that it's a badly brewed beer. Far from it. But I've only had a few sips and it feels heavy to me. Yeah, it's just... There's no like vibrancy to it. I'm not like there's supposed to be. It's just... not doing anything at all. I'm not going to lie. There's a bit of a citrus thing in there. But it just gets a bit too sweet and it's a bit too bready. It's a bit too yeasty. I'm sure it falls in line with the style. Obviously, adjuncts taken into account. But yeah, there's like this... The cardamom and coriander just emphasise why I'm not a fan of these types of beer. I feel like I've had a session already, and this is like the 10th beer, and you know, and you're like, because when you're drinking, you can drink and drink and drink, but you get to that point where you're just like, oh, I can't finish it. It's just too sickly. And it's too bold in flavour profiles that I'm not a fan of anyway. I mean, some people will absolutely love this beer. I can see why. If you like those styles of beer, you'll probably enjoy it a hell of a lot more than I am. But it's the first weak beer of the box. Do you know what I mean? And that's 12 beers in. So we've had a good run up to this point. But I don't even know if I want to finish that. Do you know what I mean? It's just really not doing anything for me at all. And again, no disrespect to all, no disrespect to this style, and no disrespect to the people who enjoy this beer. I'm sure I've ranted and raved about beers, and people have come to me and said, I thought that beer was absolutely awful. One of the worst beers I've tasted in my life. This, to me, it's just... I just don't like it. I'm sorry, I just do not like the beer. But I'm not going to, rant about the brewery, rant about the style, because it's just not me. I've said it plenty of times whilst doing reviews on YouTube. Belgian beers, Belgian styles, they just have... I don't know what the right words are without sounding like I'm bitching about the beer. So, yeah, in terms of a rating, and it might seem like it's a bit harsh, but this is just purely to my own tastes and enjoyment. I can only give this like a 3 out of 10. I'm not going to finish it. My tongue is dried out. It feels like, when you've put a bit too much like a granulated ginger or cinnamon into a dish, and you feel it on your tongue. I'm getting that, and it's drying out my tongue quite a lot. No, it's just not for me. Not for me at all. And the first below 5 out of 10 review of the Countdown, I can't imagine there'll be too many more that get this low overrated. But if that's your thing, I suppose you'd really love it, because it does shine in that way. It's just different strokes for different folks, I guess. So yeah, 3 out of 10 for me. Am I being too harsh? Do you agree? What would you give it? Have you tried it? What's some of your favourite types of this beer? Are you gonna, unsubscribe and flag me because of this? I doubt anyone would, because I've got a really good subscriber base, and yeah, it's just not my thing. Still looking forward to the rest of the calendar, and Tuol is still one of my favourite breweries. It's just every now and then you have a beer that's been well brewed. Not going to fault it for that. It's just 9 out of 10 beers like that I won't like. Just being quite frank there. Anyway, so let me know your thoughts, opinions down below, because I'm always open to hearing what you guys think. Anyway, let's see what door we're going to be looking behind tomorrow. Alright, so here we go. Got the number there. Tomorrow's beer will be number 12. Yes, number 12. And then I've actually got bingo on my box, because I've got a line of beers now from left to right that are opened. So there's always that. Anyway, 12 is tomorrow's number. And I hope you'll stick around and see what number 12 will be. So thank you for watching. I shall hopefully... Why have I got my eyes closed? I shall hopefully see you all tomorrow. See you later, guys.